How to turbocharge your affiliate income in one step. If you want to make money, please understand this will only happen on a consistent basis if you optimize. There's really no other way. Sure, you hear a lot of stories about people who just put up a website and randomly made $1 million. Unfortunately, these stories are few and far between. The more common stories are when people put up a website and they did not optimize it. They did not listen to their customers. They did not do anything to promote the website. Not surprisingly, the website went belly up. That is an all too common story. It happens all the time. If you want to be successful, you have to optimize. This really boils down to being systematic and methodical. Somebody can say that they are optimizing their pages, but if they're just taking random guesses, then it's anybody's guess whether those guesses will actually hit the mark. You have to be systematic and methodical about this. Use an element-by-element approach. Your whole website or your whole online presence can be stripped apart in terms of element. There's the graphics, the text, the call to action, the layout, and so on and so forth. Focus on each element. Optimize each element one at a time. Don't do it all at once. Here's how you do it. First, come up with a variation of the element, maybe 5 variations. Run the traffic through the website and pick the variation that produced most of the desired outcome. Maybe your desired outcomes are clicks. Perhaps your desired outcome involves some sort of email list signup. Whatever the case may be, pick the winner. Once you have identified the winner of that particular element, maybe this is a picture, perhaps this is a text title or something else. Come up with 5 variations. See if you can improve results even more. Keep repeating this until the element no longer increases conversions. You can then move on to the next element. This is how you can turbocharge your affiliate income. It really boils down to one step. That step is a systematic and methodical form of optimization. This is the single most important factor to affiliate success. You probably have heard all sorts of factors that people attribute to affiliate success. Some say that you must have the right connections. Others say that you have to be really, really smart. Other people say that you have to be resourceful or imaginative. I say to all of that, hogwash. Why? I know people who are not all that smart, but they have a huge amount of money. No, they did not cheat. They did not lie. They did not murder anybody. Instead, they have grit. Grit really boils down to hanging on while everybody else is running for the exit. Grit is all about sticking to something you committed to, regardless of how tempting alternatives are. If you practice grit, meaning you focus on what you committed to, which is to build an online passive income affiliate marketing empire, then sooner or later you will be successful. That is a guarantee. Why? You will avoid the following problems. You will not be paralyzed by analysis paralysis. You will focus on solutions and keep pushing and implementing them until they produce the results that you want. You also avoid the tendency of many people to try something once, and if it doesn't work out, then they quit. No, you try it, change things around, and you try it again and keep changing until you get it right. Finally, if you practice grit, you will be able to stick to what you committed to regardless of how you feel, regardless of how other people treat you. You just kept pushing until you win. How does grit work? Well, it really all boils down to committing to sticking to it. It doesn't matter what you're feeling that day. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter what kind of results you get, even if you're getting very few results. Instead, you focus on what works. Isolate the success, scale it up, make variations of it, test it out, pick the winner, and make variations of it again until it can't be optimized anymore. Then you scale it up and diversify. That's how truly successful affiliate marketers stick to the game. They have a game plan. The money is in the list, but not in the way you think. How many times have you heard of the old saying among affiliate marketers, "The money is in the list"? Chances are you've heard of it quite a bit. The reason this saying is so popular in the affiliate marketing community is because it's absolutely true. However, you need to go past the saying. Simply building a list is not going to make your affiliate marketing business successful. That's just not going to happen. In fact, if you just put up a mailing list, chances are it's going to cost you money every month, and you'll have nothing to show for it. In other words, you'll be getting the same result as the vast majority of people who put up a mailing list. The reason for this is because they're not doing it the right way. You have to understand that the key to mailing list success is relationship building. That's what it is. It's a relationship. When people sign up for your mailing list, they want a relationship with your business. Give them that relationship. How? First, you need to build that relationship by actively listening. People sign up to your list not because they have nothing else better to do. They sign up because they have a need to fill. They have a problem to solve. Get to the root of these issues. Make sure that your updates to your mailing list reflect the answers to these issues. Next, you need to get your list members emotionally invested in what you're doing. They have to be made to feel like they matter. They have to be made to feel like they're part of something big or something great. If people feel that your business is just basically going on about its business on autopilot, people are really not going to care. They feel that it's going to succeed regardless of whether they have a role in it to play or not. So, they just step out. Finally, build a personal brand. You have to understand that people are not interested in a relationship with some faceless, distant, remote corporation. They also don't want to deal with an anonymous company. Instead, they want to be emotionally involved with, or at least have some sort of tie with a personal brand. In other words, their hopes and aspirations regarding the solution that they're looking for is tied into your personalization of your brand. That's how you get people emotionally invested. That's how you make them feel like you're listening to them. Keep these in mind, because otherwise your list is just not going to make any money. The old saying of, "the money is in the list," is just going to remain exactly that for you. A saying. Turn it into a reality. Build it on the solid foundation of a brand relationships. 4 ways you are killing your passive income empire dreams. Make no mistake about it, one of the best ways to earn a living is to do it with as little work as possible. This doesn't mean that you're not going to do any kind of work. What passive income means is you work once, but you earn many times over. Compare this with active income, where you have to show up to work at your 9-to-5 job or you don't get paid. Active income boils down to no work, no pay. Passive income flips the script. You can work very little and still earn an income. With that said, if you're trying to build a passive income empire, you may be doing 4 things that may be killing your dreams. Worst of all, you're probably not aware of it. You settle for quick freelancing money. If you confuse building a passive income with making some money doing side jobs online for other people, you're doing it wrong. Freelancing is not the same as passive income building. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't do freelancing. You should get some cash coming in to fund your up-and-coming passive income empire. However, you should not confuse the two. Freelancing is essentially active income, but on your own terms. You work your model to perfection. How many times have you put up an online business, but somehow, some way, it just isn't right? If you keep doing this, chances are you're going to fail. Why? There's no such thing as perfection. You have to learn when to move on to the next project. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck with one project for a long, long time. You can't let go of your 9-to-5 job. I know people who are making full-time incomes with their passive income empire, but still cannot let go of their 9-to-5 job. If you find yourself in that situation, please understand that the reason you can't let go is due to your emotional attachment. It has nothing to do with financial reality. Focus on what works. Learn to let go. You only invest time in passive income planning when you have time to spare. Make no mistake, the better you plan your passive income empire, the more likely it will work, and the more likely it will get off the ground in the first place. Unfortunately, if you don't give it enough time, it simply won't work out. It really is that basic. Keep these 4 dream killers in mind. You might be engaged in them and you don't know it. If any of these sound familiar, you need to stop, let go, and focus on what works.